You better do some. You know that shit real. We going to work. I got something special.
Took my 40, I walked out of court, went bought a 9. If you can't make something out of nothing, then no, you ain't my kind. Bitch, you can't be talking to me crazy, I ain't just anybody. Set up shop wherever I stop at, been serving anybody. Take them to a different county, remix them on anybody. Nigga, let that money hit my hand, you can forget about it. Trap smell like dope, you can smell this shit from up the road. Nigga asked me, can he test the pack? I'm finna up the pole. I was thinking Lil' Buddy was savage till he up and told. Then he hit me up trying to get bows, I hung up the phone. Now I gotta stop using this phone, niggas on the boat. Discipline myself to not smoke when I be on the road. I was giving smoke sex to old heads for hydros. People getting offended from the weed smoke on my clothes. Niggas show they hand with all that hating, I be moving different. I might show some racks for motivation, I be moving niggas. Big wop, tote, big chop, don't get dropped. Yeah, I'm still active with the bag, you can still shop. Big wop, tote, big chop, don't get dropped. Yeah, I'm still active with the bag, you can still shop. Police hit the light, stop by a trail before you let me out. I can't have no nigga do no work, I feel it let me down. Don't ever ask me to do no shit that you wouldn't do for me. But he hit a lick on 30 P's and brought it all to me. I can see right through a lot, so bitch don't try to tell me now. I'm behind Arby's in the Charger dropping 50 Zans. I ran out of pills and started serving mama's medication. Ambience was fucking niggas up, had them hallucinate. Make her eat that dick, she in here drinking all my pre-cum. Nigga wanna smoke it out with me, better have 3 lungs. Big wop, tote, big chop, don't get dropped. Yeah, I'm still active with the bag, you can still shop. You can still shop. You can still shop.
Turn the fuck up. Where we at? We here. All right. We're going to get this thing rolling early tonight. As you can see, the countdown is on. Hold up, man.
Candio show. We got a little abandoned house right next door to Granny spot. Ain't no power, ain't no water. We actually ran a stitching cord from Granny crib to the trap and put a microwave in that bitch and a radio in that bitch. We got a couch from my auntie and put that hole in there, and we was thugging. You know what I'm saying? We cooked the dope, bagged the dope, sell the dope, all that, whatever, all that we was doing from right there. You know what I'm saying? So we out there and we doing our shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, I had to give you a little bit of the backstory of what led up to it, because like I said, the shit ain't had Candio show.
Turn the fuck up, Kendio. Yeah, we look good now. All right. So everybody know about what we doing. Everybody know the mission that we on. Everybody know what we got going on. So look here, man. As I've been counting down days, waiting on final edits and all this other shit, I found myself, trying to immerse myself, getting ready, you know what I'm saying, to go back out there into the world. I've been in this shell for this whole shit. So now I'm trying to see what the fuck the world is doing. So we did the strip club shit. P Valley. Next thing that pop up on the TV. Turn the fuck up, Hodge, man. I see, yeah, we're gonna get to all that. Turn the fuck up, Hodge. Where the hell you been at, man? This is what's on the main line. Jeffrey Dahmer. There's so many angles to this shit. I don't even know where to get started at. There's so many angles. If you haven't seen the shit, just all you would have to do is research the shit. But I saw shit in that Netflix shit that I didn't know. Certain shit I didn't know. I don't know what part was the worst part to y'all, but on some real shit, and I don't even want to really go all the way there yet. We ain't even got to go all the way. Dog, you know what's crazy? No, hell no. There you go. So, Jeffrey Dahmer's story, white man in the middle of black inner city America. And he's mentally thrown off. The scary part to me, he's mentally thrown off. So much to the fact that he lures people to the house, usually dudes on some, you know what I'm saying, male prostitution, whatever shit, whatever the fuck it was. Get them to the house, kill them violently, let their bodies sit for a little bit, and then have sex with the body afterwards, after the body's been lingering and decaying, and then eats a piece off the body. My question is, on some real shit, if it was a motherfucker, no matter what race the person was, if a motherfucker was violently, you know, like not with a gun, with hammers and saws and knives and shit like that, violently killing men, regardless of what their sexuality is, violently murdering men, having sex with the corpse, cutting pieces off, cooking it, and eating it with salt and pepper, would you know? Would you be able to tell if a motherfucker was, I'm saying, in this is what I'm saying. We got to look at it in real terms. This motherfucker, when they got him, he said he didn't have any friends, so he wasn't close to anybody. So he was only in the black sector of America because that's where you could do some shit and it wouldn't matter. You can walk around and you're gonna be looked at like it's kind of like it's like you not a police officer, but you like a firefighter or a CO or some shit like that. Just being white means that you're part of the authorities. But back that up though. If there was a dude, maybe your coworker, maybe someone who lives in your apartment complex, maybe a neighbor, if there was a dude, regardless of race, that was violently killing people, killing men without a gun, having sex with the corpse, and then eating pieces of the body and leaving other pieces of the body in his apartment complex, would you know? Would you know that that motherfucker was sick? That's my question. I'm looking down here. I'm looking. Shout out, turn up that nigga, man. You see Terrell Bay in this motherfucker. You heard what the fuck he said. Stop loitering, nigga. Get your goddamn shit together. It's real shit, but homie said hell no. I'm saying it because it's like the way that he was moving on some real shit. If there was somebody in your life, whether they're a co-worker or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, they're not in your life, they're just, you know, you see them at the grocery store or some shit like that. How much do you pay attention to the people around you? And they said my shit. That's motherfucker writing whole goddamn poems in that bitch. Cause I feel like real talk. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, my nigga. And I guess my big question is, if it was a white man, what if you didn't have no solid evidence on a white man, but you felt like he was doing some weird shit? Would you call the police? Real talk. No, that's what I'm saying. No, be honest. This ain't no fucking RoboCop shit. That's real shit. That's real shit. That's what I'm saying. Who in the fuck pays attention? Who in the fuck pays attention? Niggas don't pay attention. Niggas don't give a fuck what's going on. Niggas is focused on that. And then even more now that we looking at our phone, we give a fuck more about Jeffrey Dahmer than the motherfucker that is real deal living in the apartment next to you. You actually in a fucking apartment complex right now, and there's a motherfucker that fits this description. Antisocial, socially awkward. You don't really know what they got going on, but for some reason, we just always feel like if it's a white man and he's not a clear problem, a clear junkie, or a clear criminal, then we're gonna let that pass. And I thought about that shit because it was a scene in this bitch. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. That motherfucker could be, I'm talking about, that is the manager at your job. You have a dude like that in your life right now. At this very moment, you have somebody that's probably in a fucking authoritative position right now. In a lot of cases, this is what I'm saying. In a lot of cases, if we do get offered to go to the home of our boss man, of our supervisor, of our manager, we so, you know, into our own mind trying to get our objectives cleared. Man, fuck that shit. I'm finna go on over here and be nice to this goddamn white man and goddamn get my mother. I'm gonna take care of my damn. Real talk. Real talk. Look at them. That's after a motherfucker done been to jail. Look what he looked like when he show up to court. Before we go into the whole, oh my God, how they let him stay on the loose for so long and all that other shit. I'm saying right now, are you saying that there is not a white man that you actually know, whether he's your boss, your coworker, or whatever the fuck, police officer? Are you saying that there is not no white man in your life that fits the description? I think that's the problem.
And sir, would you tell us your name and spell your last name first?
Tracy Edwards, EWARDS.
Mr. Edwards, you're going to ask you to speak up very loudly into the microphone. I would like to know in what state you reside at the present time.
Louisiana.
And how old are you, sir?
32.
32, and you are single.
Yes.
And you were in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on July the 22nd, 1991.
Yes.
And at or about that time, on that late afternoon, did you have occasion to see a person that you knew at that time or subsequently learned was a fellow by the name of Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yes.
And you know that Mr. Dahmer you're speaking about is a defendant in this case to my right, correct?
Yes.
And that I made a record that showed the identification.
Sir, would you indicate where Mr. Dahmer is seated in the courtroom?
Right in the middle between my two associates. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
The record should reflect the defendant's been identified.
Now, Mr. Edwards, you and I met for the first time last evening and came up from Louisiana at my request with your attorney.
Right.
Mr. Saeed, S-Y-E-D, Salet, S-A-L-E-T.
That's correct.
And you came up here to testify to the events, as you recall them, that occurred on the late afternoon, early evening, early morning hours of July the 22nd and the morning of July the 23rd, 1991.
That's correct.
So that you know, Mr. Edwards, your name is known to the jury because there has been testimony concerning what happened to you and at the apartment of Mr. Dahmer. Do you understand? Okay.
Okay.
Where did you know Mr. Dahmer by name prior to that date?
I've seen him a couple of times before then. I didn't know his name personally.
Right. Did you ever talk to him before that date?
I was speaking to him, saying hello as he passed by.
Just casual, friendly hellos.
Hellos, yeah.
Where was it that you saw him in the late afternoon, early morning hours of July the 22nd?
Grand Avenue Mall.
And that was in Milwaukee,
Correct.
downtown Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, correct.
Were you with somebody or were you alone?
A couple of our friends, yeah.
Okay, so the record is absolutely clear. You are not a homosexual, are you?
No, not at all.
So you were with a couple of your buddies, were you?
That's correct.
And what were you doing?
I was drinking beer, just talking, hanging out, you know.
About 6 o'clock at night, was it?
Yeah, about 6:15.
You have occasion then to see Mr. Dahmer?
Yeah, he approached us eventually and started talking to us. Yeah,
Were you 3 black males?
yeah. One white, 2 black male.
So you're friends.
Yeah, my best friend was white. Yeah.
When he came up and started talking to you, what is it that Mr. Dahmer said to you?
He said he was just in the city from Chicago. He was taking care of her sick grandmother, I believe, in West Dallas.
Did he have any further conversation with you and your friend?
Yeah, he was just talking. He said he was a professional photographer. He usually pays people for pictures and stuff like that if anybody was interested in making money at that time.
To have the pose for pictures?
Yeah.
Did he describe the kind of pictures that you were going to be posing for if you chose to take him up on the offer?
He said nude.
Nude.
Right.
Now, after he said that to you, what did you and your friends do?
They were just talking, discussing it, you know, seeing what was going on, you know.
And what did you end up doing? Did you remain at Grand Avenue or did you go somewhere else?
We proceeded from there. He said he was going to buy all his guys beer, rum, and coke, you know, watch videos or something like that.
Rum and coke, did you say?
We went to the liquor store in Wisconsin Avenue, 7th and Wisconsin Avenue.
So you walked from Grand Avenue down to 7th in Wisconsin?
Yeah, up, so to speak. Yeah,
That
between
not
5th and 6th, 7th, something like that.
Okay.
I'm not really sure.
The general area of 6th or 7th in Wisconsin. Was it going to be the 3 of you and Mr. Dahmer were going to stay together, or was it agreed upon that one or others of you were going to go with Mr. Dahmer, or was there no agreement?
They were going to meet up with us eventually later on that evening.
Meet up with who?
Jeffrey at his apartment, but he gave them the wrong address at that time.
So did you, the 3 of you and your 2 friends and Mr. Dahmer walk down to a liquor store, and what happened when you got to the liquor store?
I saw my brother. We started talking. At this time, Jeff was talking to my other friends.
So you say you saw your brother. He wasn't one of the 3 that you were with.
No.
You saw him on the street?
Yeah.
Okay, so you had conversation.
Right.
Okay, did anyone go into a liquor store and buy anything?
Mr. Dahmer brought liquor. Yeah.
So he went into a liquor store?
Right.
And when he came out, who was still there?
Okay. He came out. Oh, we were all still there.
And then what happened? Tell us what happened then.
Okay. He was talking to them. Then we were going to go up the street. I was going to go home and change and everything at this time. So we proceeded. He caught.
I want to stop it right there. I want to stop it real fast. Got a couple questions. Real fast. Got a couple questions. First of all, I'm not just trying to go on that type of time, but I'm gonna be for real. I feel like it's something with like melanin that, like, the more melanin you have, the less melanin you have, the more barbaric you are. I feel like that whole niggas and monkeys shit, feel like that shit got twisted. And you can go into, you know, different histories, but dog, that's evil, my nigga. Like, and then I'm looking right here. I feel like, obviously, you know what I'm saying, but that's why you would target kids and shit like that. I'm trying to get, but I just can't get past the evil part. I can't, because I'm trying to, you know, place the blame where it can go. But it's like, what the fuck do you got going on? Dog, this is the real shit. The real shit is this. Dog, if we talking about 90, 91, we talking about crack laws, we talking about, that's when what's the damn man name? Joe Biden was going hard about that crack shit and all that shit like that. And they were stereotyping niggas. That was the whole shit. That's what stop and frisk was. It was, you look like you sell crack. At this time, they had at least 3 active serial killers. I think it was the B2K killer, the BTK killer. That's, what was it? It's bind, torture, kill. Y'all, they got so many of these evil motherfuckers. You couldn't keep count of them. Each one of them more, and they not going. This nigga, when I found out that these niggas was niggas, I was like, what the fuck? Man, when I found out that these niggas was niggas, I'm like, because when I heard the story, I just imagined that this was white boys he was doing this to. I didn't, like, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way, hell no. At the very least, you know, Brazilians or Mexicans or something like that. What the fuck? I'm saying you had 3 active dogs, and this another thing that made me mad. I don't know what month we was in, but we had already started this No Negative News November shit, and I was watching some called That Chapter Heavy, and it was all white people doing evil, like evil shit, white men. Unimaginable. I'm talking about kids, their own parents, no type of, it usually was not black people. But when I was looking at it, all I saw was white male serial killers. That's how I learned, like, most serial killers, they start out with prostitutes, because those are the scourge of, you know what I'm saying, you can get away because nobody knows where they are and all that shit like that. But some of them don't want prostitutes. They want children. The shit that got me was when they got to the interrogation room, there was no, you know, well, there was no reason behind it. The reason was I felt like I needed, every one of them said the same shit. It was an urge. I feel like I needed it. It was no drugs. The BTK killer, that nigga had a whole fucking, that nigga was a preacher of a fucking Lutheran church. He was a preacher of a fucking church, family, wife, children. I'm talking about the whole thing. These aren't motherfuckers down on their luck trying to goddamn come up. Where the fuck did the crack come from? Poverty. All right, I'm gonna do this so I can get some money. What the fuck? You had Detroit, they had a whole fucking white flight, and the General Motors shit shut down. There was a whole lot of fucking incentives for motherfuckers to get in the dope game. What the fuck type of incentive do you have? Come on, my nigga. Come on, my nigga. It wasn't for money. It wasn't for I was high on dope. Something was inside of them that manifested itself. And it one what was it, the Yellowstone killer. That motherfucker said he had his first fantasy of killing a woman at 7 years old. He would love to see when on Rocky and Bullwinkle when the lady got tied to the tracks and shit like that. What at 7 years? Where the fuck does that come from? And that's what I'm saying, my nigga. When we start going into this shit, it's hard not to go in that direction because it's like, come on, my nigga. Back to the story. I looked up, so all I ever saw was white men, sometimes white women. Never saw a black dude ever when we talking about horrible crimes and shit like that. If you type in you Google serial killer, Samuel Little will pop up. The first thing that pop up is a fucking black man. Man. These motherfuckers be having all type of shit going on in their mind throughout the day. And they can look down on niggas' struggles because they find the American way easy. Get you a job and all that shit is easy for them. Do not make the mistake of thinking that because you saw they used the whole black thing to sell the whole Netflix shit. Don't get it fucked up. Jeffrey Dahmer is that's what I'm saying. We don't get nothing accomplished when we do that shit. When we put the shit on one person and think that once that person is gone, the shit is gone. No. There is no way in the fuck you gonna tell me that you do not know a white person that fits a white man that fits this fucking description. It's impossible. I'm coming over there. I appreciate the love on the Cash App. I see you. Come on, my nigga. This motherfucker 8 people, killed them without a gun, brutally, murdered children. Brutally murdered them. And then, look at him. Got to walk tall in jail. He had his day in court. A nigga can't sell a nickel bag in the park without getting, I'm not finna go there. I don't want to turn into that, my nigga, but god damn. Big Fast Podcast, who there? Speak to him, who there? Theo. Oh, Theo, man, nigga, turn the fuck up, man. Theo, tell me something, dog.
Man, hey, one thing I want to say is you would search your documents on, you didn't jump on this subject like everybody else.
Hold on.
You see how?
Say it again.
I said, you didn't jump on this subject like everybody else, like when the shit was hot.
Hold on, when was it hot?
When it came out. I mean, it probably still is bubbling, but I'm saying.
Hold on. Like, and that's what I was saying. I'm so. When did this shit come out?
maybe say, I think it was last week or the week before that.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm early then. I'm early. I'm on the ball.
Yeah, but it's just like it shows like you talking about it right now, and you see how many people in the chat. So it's like people want to hear your perspective. It's not well.
Most
You know
definitely.
what I'm saying? So I want to say that first. Secondly, I watched that shit, and in all honesty, I kind of wish I didn't.
Mm.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's a hoopla around it. It's like, oh, man, we need to do something. It's like, bro, this shit happened 20 years ago. Like, so they put it on TV and announced problem.
Mm.
Like, now we need to do something, bro. They talking about all the families and that's bullshit. Like, we already know they don't care about niggas, so what is we hollering about? Nigga, you paid to watch the whole. So
That's heavy. That's heavy.
all I'm saying. Like, I felt the type of way too, but I didn't want to, you know, it's kind of, I didn't want to say nothing because I wasn't aware of this shit. Like, I wasn't aware of Jeffrey Dahmer. I wasn't aware of all the, like, I just didn't know. So I would look like I'm just jumping on, oh, you just got something to say? Like, I might be looking at it. This is my first time looking at it, so I don't know the case and stuff like that. I just know how they display.
No, you know, look, I feel like they definitely did some race baiting with it because, you know, with the black lady was a big part of it and all that. And maybe she was a big part, but it just seemed race baited. What I'm on is my whole shit is, dog, it's too many niggas. It's too many niggas, man. Niggas is, man, how? I don't understand. Like, I just really, maybe I'm just slow on the racism shit. I don't see how you could be so racist that you would, so you see Jeffrey Dahmer jogging through your neighborhood, you have no worries. But a black neighbor, you see Jeffrey Dahmer walking through the neighborhood, looking in houses. You think he there trying to buy a house or something like that. You got a black neighbor that's jogging and the police get called. And that's, you know, stereotypical racism. But I'm saying, how in the fuck?
Got caught fucking a kid, and the judge was like, I see myself in you, so I don't want to.
That's real.
Y'all want to fuck you up.
That's real.
Like, my nigga, are you serious?
That's real. But look though, and that's another big thing, and that's why, you know, the conversation has to get on. You know, we need real black men and women in the legal system so that we can have that, because it was a scene. It was a scene. Let me find the scene.
You watched it?
I seen the I knew the case already. Okay. Here go the scene. Nigga had a dead body in the car.
Oh yeah.
In the car, get pulled over. I don't want to fuck your life up. And it's like, damn. I wonder how many niggas, you know, if they didn't have that felony because, you know, all of this other shit. But like I said, the only way we're gonna fix that is if we fix that. And that's another thing. You know, I can scream and holler and I can yell because the shit, it really did make, just to see that shit, it made me mad as fuck. Yeah. Because it's like, dog, because it's right there in our face, and it make me mad at us though. It make me mad at us too, because it's like, nigga, do you see what the fuck? Like, we can't play. Like, if they letting white men go bury bodies and shit like that, they see a white man digging a hole and got the, you know, the body wrapped up, they gonna help them bury the fucking body. Nigga, if you a mile over the speed limit, they blowing you down and pulling you out the car and drawing the weapon. So it's like, dog, we cannot play with these fucking people. But
I just want to say this, and I'm gonna get out the way.
Go ahead.
I feel like when he got to prison, and you know his case, it's like we should have came together as a people and fucked this nigga up.
Man, you know, and that's real shit, yo. And I appreciate you calling in. We finna talk about it.
All right.
That's love. Dog, I'm gonna say this, dog. When a nigga get mad, like it's hard not to get mad when you see this scene right here. When you see the police say, hey man, I don't want to fuck your life up. But it's something, it's once again, it's one of them things. It's like, my nigga, If you out there booming and bucking and trapping and shit like that, for you to go get arrested and then get to the judge and he give you a whole bunch of time and then you say the system is racist, my nigga Jeffrey Dahmer and these motherfuckers been rocking out like this for centuries, for decades and decades. They've been doing this. We don't have that excuse no more. But as much as I would talk about, you know, the people that live in the neighborhood and they see Jeffrey Dahmer walking through their neighborhood looking into houses and they don't find a threat on him, dog, this should be a reason why we unite. But like Theo said, dog, do you know, like when a nigga like this get to jail, motherfuckers can't even agree on what to do. And that go deep into some other shit. Like, why in the fuck do we goddamn hate each other so fucking much? God damn. Big Facts Podcast, who this? Big Facts Podcast, who this? Oh man, you tripping out. Let me go on here. Man, shout out to that nigga goddamn Hodge Mim. You know Hodge Mim gonna come in this bitch and talk. You know what the fuck he gonna say. Hodge Mim said $5 challenge on their ass. You damn right, my nigga. That's what we doing. Shout out that nigga Hodge Mim. That's a little bit home. Shout out to Corn Johnson. Where the hell is Corn Johnson at? Corn Johnson ain't here? Shout out that nigga Corn Johnson, man. Corn Johnson been rocking out, man. Man, shout out that nigga. I can't even do nothing with Terrell Bay. That nigga got, you see Terrell Bay in the goddamn comments going retarded on y'all retarded ass, man. Y'all better goddamn hit that fucking like button. I appreciate that, Terrell. Real talk. Terrell said, hey, listen, I'm one of the guys, man. Real talk. That nigga, that no lie. I'm trying real deal. Shout name Edwards. Name Edwards said no words, $5 challenge. We working. And that's what we doing. Like I said, right now we working on, the clock was wrong, but it's right now. So we got 16 days. 16 days until we start. Shout out to that nigga Edgar Allan Cole on the Black Pole YouTube channel. He's doing some crazy shit over there. Go over there. I'm excited, my nigga. I'm excited because this next November is really gonna fuck what anybody else do. When you look over here and you see the creativity that comes out of not fucking with that, nothing else will matter. Like, because at the end of the day, if all you fuck with is that nigga, you're gonna be stuck in that fucking, you can't leave. There is no transcending from YouTube. If all you do is give the fucking news, oh, this person died, that person died, it don't matter how many views you get. How long can you do that? I'm not with that. If you can't transcend this shit, I have to look at you like you some type of fucking snake. Because if something happened, you'll cover the goddamn. I don't give a fuck. I told y'all, I don't give a fuck what happened. If something happened with Brim, man, are you fucking retarded? You think, oh, well, I gotta keep it real. I gotta be unbiased. What the fuck? Man, you can't be serious. And this ain't on no, no, I'm telling you, real talk. If Katrina is in the news, it's not gonna be no, if it's any coverage, it's gonna be coverage saying they can have video of her actually. Well, you know, if Katrina do it, you know what I'm saying? If Katrina, if she do it, then she did it for a reason. So we're gonna ride with her anyway. I need a better example. Let's say Theo. If Theo, you know, down some or whatever the fuck like that, we gonna ride for Theo. You know, if D Rose, whatever, we ride. Edgar, you know what I mean? You know, but Naeem, she just, dog, like I said, Naeem, she got some shit, and I'm just, with her, I'm just all the way down the road. Tune the fuck in next month. I'm hoping that everything will be where it's supposed to be at by the 21st. so that we don't overdo nothing. We just gonna put it in their face for a week straight. We on all the blog sites. We paying to get on the blog sites. Bam, we're gonna have a good video for it. Let the shit spread. We know it's spread. We ain't forgetting. We ain't gonna give them time to even say, fuck, like start arguing about the shit. We doing that shit by the week out and we going. That's it. So it's heavy, man. I'm excited about it. I got a lot of creative ideas that I want to try over here. But I'm excited, man. I can't even hold it in. I'm excited, man. I'm excited because, you know, coming into this shit, man, I'm looking at D Rose Supreme Black Podcast. That's my motto. You know what I'm saying? That's my mentor in this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming into some, you know, how do I do active, you know, positive work and shit like that. So to actually make some headway in a real way in the real world, I'm excited, my nigga. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bullshit here and there, but we here now. We here. So it is what it is. So I appreciate everybody continuing to support. I want to have a nice amount to pay to get on all of the, you know, Say Cheese, all the big hip hop blog sites and shit like that. And then y'all also can pay. So you take the post and then you pay on your account to promote it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how we're going to do it. Just the real gangster way. Just like that. And go down the road with it. And go straight down the road with this shit. And, you know, we're gonna lead by example. We're going to lead by example. And like I said, I didn't know that I had this type of team behind me, and I wouldn't have known unless this year was what this year was. And because it was what it was, there's no way that you can fake it. If you with the shit, then you with the shit. If you ain't, you ain't. That's fine. Some people just want the entertainment, whatever. That's all. You know, we'll get back to that. But right now, I feel like if we truly are people of our word and we truly are tired of that shit, then let's move with actions. What other people do, in the beginning, I was like, fuck these nigga, we finna goddamn. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't gonna dish nobody. If they doing it, they doing it. We're gonna do what we do and just do it like that. But I'm excited. I'm excited. Man, we getting down. What we got? See, what it say? 16 days? What it say? I can't see it. It say 15. What it say? Shout out to that. Hold on. Man, shout out to that nigga. Shout out that nigga Theo, man. Theo Pacino and this motherfucker working over that motherfucker. Like I said, we're gonna get Theo right, man. Theo gonna have something for y'all ass in just a minute. I just been so, like I said, I am, don't get it fucked up. I do be stressing, you know what I'm saying? Just because I want this shit to look a certain way. And so I'm, you know, back and forth and shit like that. I feel blessed to have the graphic designers and the video editors that we have, period. But I you know, I got it in my head a certain way. And I want, when we present it, when I give y'all this thing to promote whatever like that, I want y'all to be proud of it. I want y'all to be able to, you know what I'm saying, stand behind it full speed. So, like I said, we'll have it what we need to have it by the 21st, and we going to work. But shout out to that nigga Theo, man. I appreciate that love, it, huh? You know what it is. But like I was saying, hold on. No, we can't do that. Hold on. I'll come back to the cash. I'll come back to the Cash App and the PayPal. Shout out to that nigga Ronald Smith too, my nigga. Dog, I don't miss nothing. I don't miss nothing. I see everything. Right now, at this time, at this moment, dog, this, I think this is the most important thing that I've on the internet, probably, maybe after, you know, coming back, right? But yeah, as far as on some this is the most important shit that I've done. So I'm blessed to have anybody, you know, walk with me into this battle and shit like that. Y'all see what the fuck, you know what I'm saying, going on. Y'all see that this ain't the cool thing to do. So I appreciate having anybody. And I do be in my own head sometimes, but I come out that shit. I come out of it. I sometimes I just got to deal with that shit in my mind. But if you on the team, you on the team. That's what it is. If you on the team, you on the team. At this point, it ain't no faking it. You know what I'm saying? It's just so real. But yeah, I appreciate that, man. Shout that nigga Swizzled Out Trends, my nigga. What the fuck going on, man? We in this bitch tonight, my nigga. With that crazy ass shit, man. Yeah, but no. So let me get back to the interview so we can see what's going on.
Cab at the bus station.
Oh, y'all give me my feelings.
Now, what was your plan as you were in front of that liquor store after Mr. Dahmer came out with the liquor and you had been talking to your brother? What was your plan? What were you going to do? You say you were going to go home and change clothes?
Yeah, eventually I was going to go over there, you know, and maybe check out what he was talking about making the money at that time.
So your interest was in making some money?
Right.
Did he tell you how much you would be paid if you did pose for him?
He said $100 for.
You had no idea, did you, that this was for any homosexual?
No, he didn't come across like that, and he didn't even act like it at that time.
Okay. So now your friends are still there, and you're going to go home and you order a cab for.
What we calling on that one, y'all? What we calling on that one, y'all? Well, we gonna be for real. What we calling on that one? I'm just on some real shit. We ain't being funny. What we calling on that one? Cause I did have some questions. Cause like I said, I really couldn't believe that it was no niggas involved with this shit. But what we calling on that one, y'all? Just let me know what we calling. I ain't saying no words like that, my nigga. Hold on, man. You going with too many words. You got too many words going on. I'm just saying what we calling on that one. What we calling, man? I don't know. I might have heard wrong. Hold on.
Right.
Did he tell you how much you would be paid if you did pose for him?
He said $100 for.
You had no idea, did you, that this was for any homosexual?
No, he didn't come across like that, and he didn't even act like it at that time.
Woo. It's a hard spot to be in. Real talk, though. That's a hard spot to be in. We got to be for real right there. That's a hard spot to be in. Like, because he could have just said, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't testifying. Like, I'm not finna testify because that shit can incriminate me. I'm not finna get on no stand and say that no white man came and told me to come to his apartment with fucking alcohol, coke, and rum and get naked to take pictures and watch movies. So I feel, but that's that shit though, man. Nigga gotta live his. Cause it sound though. That's all I'm saying, big homie. It just sound though when you saying you didn't know he didn't. It don't matter how he came off. There's certain things that are like that. There's no cool way to say certain shit. There ain't no straight way to say, come on to the house and goddamn get naked. We finna get drunk and goddamn watch movies and shit. It's all good, man. Ain't no real, like, you know what I'm saying? That's all. Ain't no offense. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, keep it real. Like, dog, you could have ran it. Man, I was finna go in there because I was finna rob that white boy. Like, you could have did anything right there in that moment. As soon as a motherfucker come the wrong way, you can go wherever with it. But to say, nah, he didn't come off, what the fuck would it matter how he came off? And like I said, dog, it just crazy, dog. I'm just saying, my nigga. I'm just on some real shit, dog. Hold on. On some real shit. I'm just saying, my nigga. I'm just saying, my nigga. I don't want to really say no crazy shit, but I'm just saying, oh man. Is that it? Be for real with me, though. I want y'all to be real with me on some real shit. Is it ignorant? Is it ignorant of me to say that it's a lot of guys like this that look evil to me? Is that ignorant of me to say that when I see them, am I lying though? I want to be able to say that I am more weary of them than I am of a nigga that look like me. But am I though? Am I telling the truth? Like, do I go to the man? That's some fucked up. Man, shout out to fucking KIY NY007. I seen it. Shout out KIY, man. I seen it. Hold on. I don't know what the fuck that means, but that shit look funny as hell. That shit look funny as shit. What does about shit mean, though? Real talk, dog. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's real talk, man. Y'all, I'm saying that for us to see the faces of evil, if you look at the faces of evil, the people who do the most horrendous crimes for no reason, not talking about the Mexicans who do horrendous crimes because they in a fucking cartel war. I'm talking about motherfuckers walking around with good life. There is no reason for them to harm innocent people, and they do it. That's evil. Hold on, dog. I ask it again. If I'm saying that because of the things that I've seen, I'm apprehensive when I go to Walmart and I see a young one walking in with a book bag. If you get a call from the school, a nigga might come and flex at the school, but he not really finna do nothing. If you know your girl child, there's gonna be a little fight or something like that. It ain't gonna be nothing too heavy. But when they come to school, and I like I said, I don't know what it is, dog. But I've watched enough situations to where I'm like, yeah, my nigga, I need to keep my eye on what's going on because I don't know what the fuck you got going on. When this motherfucker walked up to him, he wasn't on no crazy man twitching and shit like that. There was no tail, especially not for a child. There wasn't a tail. And if there was a tail, he curtailed that by saying, I will give you money because he saw their situation. And they're very good at that.
Oh. When I'm on the block, you know what I mean, going to school, waiting for our school bus to take us to middle school. You know, one cat, I ain't calling their names, one cat come through with a big body Benz, photo white.
Man, let me turn that shit off for that shit get crazy, man. But that's another situation.
Yeah. When I'm on the block, you know.
I can't remember if they took that last one down, but that was Joe Biden's son. They be having that shit in them, man. I just feel like they have it in them. Like a nigga will go and dog. We've seen it. We've seen the shit. Go just watch the first 48. A nigga be done shot a nigga he meant to kill, and I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it. You can actually see, you know, nigga fucked up about that. That's hard on a nigga conscious. Nigga gotta be doped up to really, you know, not give a fuck like that. And if a nigga is just off, me and D-Rose was talking about that. If a nigga is just off the chain like that, that nigga probably is on the bag. Niggas don't come like that, dog. Niggas don't come like that, man. And that's the shit that make you mad too, because it's like, dog, if we really but I mean, it's just more the same. Like, what the fuck am I gonna say, man? We need to stand together. What the fuck are we doing right now? What are we doing? We got 16, 15 days. What the fuck are we doing? A nigga won't stop destroying a nigga as long as he getting paid from it. And a nigga will, oh no, I'm trying to help the culture. Oh no, I'm trying to help the culture. That's why I give all the news and the play-by-play. I'm trying to help the culture. That's why I post every argument that WAC 100 have. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help Mo 3. That's why I started the whole channel off of his death. It ain't got nothing to do with me getting a check from YouTube every 21st. And see, Katrina sent me a damn the other day, and Google AdSense sent out a fucking what the hell? What was that thing called? Sent out some shit. Well, Google AdSense was shutting down everybody's account. Niggas was getting scared about that shit. Like, that's how they get paid, through Google AdSense. Nigga was shitting their pants. Niggas need niggas to die. Niggas need niggas to go to jail in order for them to live. So, you know, it sounds like a fucking, and I don't like having those conversations. I don't like having those conversations where it seems like we not getting nowhere because what you asking for is too big. I'm asking that, dog, when we see shit like this, we can stop shit like this if we unify. It shouldn't have, I don't give a fuck what this woman was doing. She didn't have to lead the charge. Why in the fuck was she leading the charge? Why didn't some niggas go kick the door down? Man, I done seen niggas do some throw shit for some little bitty reasons. But a white man in that bitch, they got bile and all type of shit coming from the fucking apartment. They scared to knock on the fucking door and ask the man to cut the fucking steak down. This nigga is leaking bile, actual dead body fluid into your apartment. Motherfucker won't even take the broom and hit it up to the fucking ceiling. Let that been a nigga though. Shit. They'll call the front office if a nigga come in the house too late. In his house too late. No music, no stomping. He on the bottom floor, the top floor, calling downstairs. So I don't know what I think he down there selling dope. And they'll be in that bitch tomorrow, if not that night. This motherfucker got a whole fucking mortuary in the apartment. And she out here leading the charge. I be damned. Shit. Not in my experience. Maybe it was like that back then. I don't know. In my experience, when fucking somebody who live in that fucking apartment say something about some shit, man, there's some problems coming, man. So that had to been goddamn, I don't know if that was Hollywood or white privilege. I ain't never seen no motherfucker that's actually mad about some shit. And then, where the scene at? I'm trying to find the scene where he was telling the woman, he came to the woman apartment and told her to eat the man sandwich. He didn't cut the man up and took her a fucking sandwich of the man and said, eat it now. And she still don't get no respect until a motherfucker come out that bitch handcuffed. I ain't never seen that. Whenever you got somebody like this in the goddamn vicinity, shit. Jesus said that. Third time she done called the police this week. 3 in the morning, take your old dad to sleep. That's who get you bound. Shit. That's power right there. So I don't, but like I said, you know, it's a totem pole. White man on top, white man, white woman, Mexican man. Actually, shout out to Edgar, the black pole. White man, white woman, Cuban man, Cuban woman, Mexican man, Mexican woman, illegal alien. You know what I mean? Dogs, cats. Motherfucker will get at your ass about killing the fucking rodents in your fucking house before they give a fuck about it. And you see it right here. Look at him. Look at him. You know that's real. He looked just like Bobby Brown. You know that's real. He knew it was serious. Hell yeah, he knew it was serious. Confused. Ain't no confused. You know what that damn man told you to do? Man told you to come with that motherfucker and strip. He don't want to do no talking. Come on in there and strip. That's what he said. I was so surprised at that, dog. I was thrilled about that. Them was niggas. Cause I ain't trying to sound racist, but I'm you know, when you talk about victimhood, when you talk about victims not looking at no nigga, usually these weak coward motherfuckers, they'll choose the white woman. They don't even like black women because they fight too hard. Coward motherfucker, man. I can't stand these motherfuckers, dog. Damn, dog. That shit crazy. That shit crazy, dog.
Okay, so now your friends are still there, and you're going to go home and you order a cab for the over at the bus depot. What happened? Tell us what happened.
Okay. Then we go, me and Dahmer, my friends said they're going to go and change and call up the girls, and we'll meet up later on. You know.
Was there an address given as to where you were going?
He gave them some address that wasn't correct.
You later found that out?
Right from my friends.
What happened then? Who else remained there when this was all transpired? Just you and Mr. Dahmer, or you, Mr. Dahmer, and others?
After it all had transpired, it was me and Mr. Dahmer in the cab, you know.
been up at about 5:45, 6 o'clock, 6:15. What time is it now at this time?
It's maybe 6:30 as we get to 26 in Wisconsin.
So you stop at 26 in Wisconsin, and what happens there?
Okay, we get out the cab then, and then he suggested he go to the store and get cigarettes before he went to his apartment.
And after he did that, did you go to his apartment?
Yeah.
What route?
Through the alleys, through the back way.
Was there any discussion as to why you were taking that route?
Said it was safer, people wouldn't bother us or whatever.
At the time that you were walking with him towards his apartment, what was your plans on doing when you got to the apartment?
Drinking the beer, I wasn't really sure if I was going to pose or not, you know. Yeah, I wasn't really sure at that point.
You at least were contemplating maybe you would.
Yeah, I was going to make up my mind once I got there, whatever. Yeah.
Were you in need of money?
Yeah, I just started working and the offer sounded good at that time.
Okay. Now, when you got to his apartment, how was he acting? Tell us about his, tell me about his demeanor. You know what I mean by that, Mr. Edwards? How was he acting?
Okay. Just like a normal, everyday person, you know, friendly, good conversationalist. He was talking about the military, things of that nature. Yeah.
Had you been in the military?
My father retired in the Air Force, so I've been to several different bases. I was born on the Air Force Army base in Fort Carson.
And that's the kind of thing you were talking to.
It's like a family thing, you know, so I know a lot about it.
Had he been drinking alcohol?
Yeah, I consumed some. He was drinking beer at the time.
Well, the time that you were like going to his apartment, was he intoxicated?
No.
Had he been drinking?
Yeah, I've been drinking a couple of beers.
How about you? Were you intoxicated?
No, not at all.
Did you had something to drink?
I sipped maybe a little beer, my friend's beer, that was it.
All right, now you get to the apartment. You go in the back way.
That's correct.
You went up to the apartment. Tell us what happens when you get up to the apartment. Tell us what you observed, what your senses told you.
Okay, first of all, it seemed like a normal apartment. When we got inside, he turned off burglar alarms. I asked him why. First, it was a foul odor, okay?
Tell us about that. What kind of odor?
It was just like an odor. I didn't quite know what it was. You know, he told me a sewer pipe had broken and management would take care of it.
And did you accept that?
Yes, because I worked around at construction companies before, and when pipes bust, sewer pipes bust, they smell. Yeah. Okay. So I brought that.
So you say the first thing he did was notice the odor. He opened the door to the apartment?
Yes.
You walked in?
Yes.
He turned off something. What did he turn off?
Alarms.
Did you ask him about that?
Yeah. And he said the part of the neighborhood he was in, he was protecting his property, things like that, cameras, VCRs, TVs, things of that nature.
Did you accept that?
Yes, I did.
After getting in the apartment, can you generally describe the apartment, both the apartment that you saw then and the apartment that you saw, the other parts of the apartment you saw? Tell the jury what the apartment was like.
It's like normal, pretty decent apartment, had nice things in it. You know, it had certain boxes sitting on the front, neurotic acid boxes. I asked him about it. He said he cleaned bricks with those, you know, which you can use that type of acid to clean bricks. So I brought that also.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you just said. You asked him about some boxes?
Yeah, that were laying in the front living room floor.
And what did he tell you about those?
That he cleaned brick with the neurotic acid. Okay.
Now, was the apartment small, large? Medium? Give us a size.
Kind of medium size. Yeah.
Right. Now, did you, when you went in there, you went in, as you entered, were you in the living room?
Yes.
And what was the living room? What did you see in there? The boxes you told us about?
Boxes, it's a couch. There's a fish tank there also. A black lamp. There was a little table-like on the left side.
Could you see a refrigerator?
Yeah, I could see the refrigerator on my left.
Was it close to the living room?
Yeah, maybe 8 feet from the living room.
And so it's just off the living room?
Right.
Now, did you stay in that room or did you go to another room right away?
We stayed in that room for a while.
And where did you sit, if you did?
Okay, at the end of the sofa like I am now, this is a sofa. I was at this end, and he was at the side.
Referring to the jury, I mean, the witness box, if that were a sofa, he would be at that end. That is the end where he's seated on the witness stand, which would be the part closest to the judge. Is that right?
That's correct.
Where did Mr. Dahmer, what did he do?
He sat like here, maybe a couple feet from me.
Not close to you.
Maybe 2 feet.
You in fear of anything at that time?
Not at all.
Okay, and what did the two of you do?
Okay, he said we were still talking, chatting. You know, he asked me, was I interested in doing the photography? You know, I told him I was still contemplating, so therefore he offered me a beer and a rum and coke mixture at that point.
Now, you're fully clothed.
Yes.
Okay, and you're sitting on a couch, and he talks to you about this posing, and you weren't sure you're going to do it.
Right.
How much had you been offered to do the posing?
$100.
Okay, and when he brings you the beer, he brings you rum and coke?
Yeah, he brings that. Yeah, he brings the beer first, and then he brings the rum and coke.
How big of a glass?
Not big.
About 4 inches high?
4 inches, yeah, 3.5, something like that.
Did you ever taste it?
Yeah, I took a few sips.
Was it strong, weak, medium, or just about right?
I'm not a big liquor drinker, so it didn't taste that good to me.
Didn't taste good to you. You don't know if it was strong or not.
It was strong or not, because
What did Mr. Dahmer do? Did he likewise have a drink?
I think, yeah, a beer, but I don't think he drank all of his drink at that time.
Did he have any rum with him?
I just noticed the beer.
What time are we talking about now that you're sitting on the couch and you get the beer? You got over there about what time and how long after this?
It's about before 7, quarter to 7, something like that.
So you're sitting on the couch, he brings you a beer and rum and coke, what happens?
Okay, then we just started talking and everything, you know.
General talk?
General talk.
What happens?
Yeah, then I was just, I don't know, getting a little agitated maybe, you know, because of the smell and things. And then threw my conversation off talking about the fish in the fish tank, you know.
Okay, when you start talking about the fish in the fish tank, do you bring that up or does he?
Oh, he does.
And what do you do when he does that?
I turn to the right, like the fish tank is here. I'm turning all the way over here. Yeah.
Turn to your right to look at it?
To look at the fish tank, right.
When that happens, what happens to you?
All of a sudden, a handcuff and a knife is pulled out. Yeah.
Damn! Handcuff is placed on your body? Damn! Where?
On my left wrist.
You see a knife?
Yeah, the knife, yeah.
Now, at that moment, what do you do?
First, I feel fear. Then I ask him what's going on. You know, this is not necessary, you know, to pull a knife on me.
Are you afraid?
Yes.
Do you have any reason to know why he did that?
None whatsoever.
Did you have any idea at that time it was going to happen?
No.
Tell me about his demeanor at that time when you looked and realized he had a knife and you in a cuff. What was you were only cuffed on one wrist.
One wrist.
What was happening to the other part of the handcuff?
Okay, he had it in his hand.
He was holding it.
Holding that in the wrist, yeah.
Where was the knife? In the other hand?
The knife was like he had here. The knife was in his hand. He had it on like this.
Let the record reflect he was holding the knife in his right hand as he showed it, holding the cuff in his left hand. Is that right? And your left hand is cuffed.
Yeah. Right.
Where do you have the knife? What kind of a knife was it?
It's like a military knife, a machete of some type. Yeah, lower, right up under my rib cage. You know.
Yeah,
in the back, somewhere in the back here.
You had it pointed at your rib cage.
Yeah.
Did you feel it?
Yeah, he had it on me. He had it against my body.
What happened? What was going through your mind the moment that happened when you realized you had a knife at your side and a handcuff on your hand? What did you think?
I think, like, you know, what's going on? You know, this guy is so nice, and all of a sudden, you know, it's like he's pulling knives and handcuffs and all on me.
What'd you do? What'd you say to him?
I asked him what the problem was, you know, that it's not necessary to do this, you know.
What did he say?
He told me at that point if I wouldn't do what he said, he would kill me. You know?
Now, tell us about his demeanor at the time that you look at him and you say, what's going on? You don't have to do this. What happened to Mr. Dahmer? What's he like?
It's like not the same person that we met at Grand Avenue Mall.
How does he differ?
His face structure seemed different. You know, his body structure is like it wasn't him anymore. You know? It's like it was a totally different guy here.
So he told you if you didn't do what he told you to do, he'd hurt you.
He hurt me.
What'd you do? What happened? Tell us what happened step by step as best you can.
And then all of a sudden he kind of calms down, you know. And then he said he has a key in the bedroom. So we proceed to the bedroom.
The key to the handcuffs.
Right.
You believed he was going to take him off?
Yeah, at that point, I had to go along with this guy, you know, and then if I had to find out, so I walked back there with me, kind of guides me back there.
tied you back with the cuff and the knife?
Yeah. Right.
And you go into the bedroom.
Right.
What do you see in the bedroom?
A big, about 50, 60 gallon drum barrel, whatever.
You ever see a 50, 60 drum barrel in anybody's bedroom before?
Not at all.
Do you have any idea? You ask them what it was?
No, at that point, I asked no questions at that time.
Was there a bed in that room?
Yes.
How was the bed? Was it made, unmade?
It was unmade.
What did you see on the bed, if anything?
Something like a stain or whatever.
What do you think it was?
At that point in time, I wasn't sure.
What did you do when you got in the bedroom as he's holding onto the cuff and the knife? What did you do?
Study this talking, trying to be friends with him. Yeah.
Did you remain standing? Did you sit down?
He made me sit down at that point. We both sit on the bed.
Was it at the foot of the bed, the side of the bed, head of the bed?
Maybe halfway between.
Did that room have a TV set in it?
Yes.
Was there anything going on the TV?
Yeah, the Exorcist movies was playing at that time.
There was an Exorcist movie on.
Yeah.
You know which one of them?
The name, I'm not sure. I think it's 3. I'm not sure which one.
So there was a movie. Did you know it to be part of television or VCR?
VCR, normally that's not on regular television, so I thought it was VCR.
You knew there was a movie show.
Right.
Did you see him put it on, or was it on?
No. When we first got into the apartment, he went to the back bedroom. Maybe he put it on then. I'm not sure.
Okay. And what happened? You're both sitting on the bed?
Yes.
Are you still in handcuffs?
Yes.
Is he holding the handcuff?
Right.
You still have the knife?
Right.
Is it pointed at your side, as you've told us before?
Right.
You trying to be cool?
Very much so.
You're not fighting with them?
No.
What's your intention? What are you planning on doing?
Getting away. I was contemplating on a point, jumping out the window. I was basically talking with this person, trying to let him know I was his friend.
As you were sitting there on the bed, when he had you by the handcuff and a knife at your side, at that time, which would have been maybe 7 o'clock,
Something like
what impression was made upon your mind by the conduct, action, manner, expression, and conversation that you observed of Mr. Dahmer?
his frame of mind is what you want to know. Okay, he acted. At times he would go through like different changes with me, you know.
Tell us about that.
One minute he was like nice. Then he was telling me he didn't want people to leave him or abandon him, things of this nature. Yeah.
What did you think about him as a person? What impression was made on your mind of this fellow that you're dealing with here?
That at times he wasn't himself, and then at times he was like a nice guy, you know. He would come and go different times, you know, throughout the whole time. Then he would like sit, be quiet at times, watching the movie, wanting me to watch the movie, you know, and just doing little tanning sounds, you know.
Did you observe him watching the movie and how he would react to the movie?
Right, he would like just start rocking back and forth, you know, certain parts of the movie or whatever.
You have to say, what did he say, man?
It was like chanting in certain times and rocking back and forth. Right?
Tell us about his chanting. What was that all about?
I'm not even sure, son, but it was just like, I can't tell you the words. I can understand what he was saying at that time.
Can you mimic him? How it sounded?
It's like a slow slur, like some of that nature, some close like that, I'm not sure.
Did it keep on for a period of time?
Off and on throughout the ordeal.
And how about the movement back and forth? How was that being effectuated?
Just like back and forth, he would do it every now and then.
Just as you are rocking in your chair.
Like this.
And chanting.
And chanting.
Was there any parts of the movie that was going on that you saw that he said anything about?
It's like the part about the preacher. There used to be a preacher that had got possessed. That it would seem like he was like interested in that part. That part had his attention more than anything.
But tell us about what you mean by that. What impressions were made upon your mind when this was going on as to had his attention? How did he appear to you?
And appear like it was like he wanted to mimic it or be like that part, you know, being demonized or whatever in that.
I'm sorry, I missed you.
Yeah, like he wanted that type of movie, that part, certain parts of that part interested him, you know. It was like he changed with it at times. Then he would get more aggressive, try to get me to handcuff myself, both hands. And he told me it made him feel more dominant.
Okay, did you and he move off of the bed at any time?
Yes, he wanted me to lay flat down, stomach down on the floor at that time.
Did you at any time go to the bathroom, use the washroom prior to the time that he asked you to lay down on the floor?
No.
All right, tell us what happened how did that happen that he told you to lay down on the floor?
He told me to lay down face down with both of my hands behind my back because he got changed again at that point, like he got more aggressive at that time.
Okay, now, but tell us, did he still have the knife out?
Yes, he still had the knife.
And what did you do?
I kind of like laid on my sides for some reason. I guess God told me not to lay flat down and let this person handcuff me, so I didn't.
So you were trying to stop that from happening, but you got down on the floor.
Right.
What did he do?
He kind of laid across me, his head across my chest at that point.
What was he doing with his head?
Pardon me?
What did it appear to you he was doing with his head? What was he trying to do?
Like he was listening to my heart, because at a point he told me he was going to eat my heart.
He said he was going to eat your heart?
Yes, that's correct.
Did he still have the knife? Where was the knife pointed?
I was on the floor. He had it pointed at my groin area at that time.
One knife?
Yeah. He had several, and then he slid one. I managed to slide one underneath the bed. And I guess during a point in time through an ordeal, he didn't know where the knife was, so I didn't know if he thought that was a threat or not.
So he still had a knife, you're on the floor. How long does he lay on top of you trying to hear your heart as you've described it?
Maybe a minute and a half.
Then what did you do then?
I knew something was about to happen, so I suggested that I go to the bathroom. I had to use the bathroom.
What did he do?
He kind of guided me to the bathroom.
So when you say he guided, you still had a hold of your handcuff?
Yes.
And you went to the bathroom?
Right.
Did you urinate?
Yeah.
Were you able to utilize your own zipper, or did he touch you at all?
Touch me in no way. Didn't attempt to look. He just held me in back. You
know. So in other words, he didn't try to look at what your penis looked like or
not at all.
So after urinating, did you think that you were going to be the victim of? Did he ask to engage in any homosexual acts with you?
That was
okay. So now you leave the bathroom, and what happened?
And then we go back into the bedroom. It was like different time spans. We were talking about him losing his job. Then he would come to the person that I was first with, and then at certain points he would change. At first he was telling me about how people didn't care for him and things of this nature. And I was trying to comfort him, letting him know that I was a friend, that I wasn't going to try to run away from him or nothing like that.
You're being cool.
I guess God, you can say that because I had no control. It was this.
Did this continue on for a long period of time during the night?
Yes, apparently so. Time seemed to, I don't know. But I stayed in there that long, so it had to be going on throughout the whole ordeal, which it was. So time just happened like that.
And all this time you're trying to hold him down.
So that's right.
How often would he go in and out of these moods?
So at the time spans I couldn't really tell you. But I guess if you want to put it together in time, every 30 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that, and then he would have moods of being just silent, and I wouldn't say anything, try to provoke him or say the wrong thing. I would be silent with him.
So you just let him be alone. Was that movie on the whole time, a long time?
It's on a pretty good period of time. When it went off, I couldn't tell you.
Did he continue to chant from time to time?
Yes, it happened several times throughout the ordeal.
Now, when he would watch the movie, did you notice when he would go into this thing that you...
Come on, my nigga. God damn. You damn shit, nigga. I'm trying to see what the fuck happened. You goddamn... Come on, man.
Told us where he would really become fixed on the movie screen. What was happening? How often would that happen?
Throughout the movie, maybe every 15 or 20 minutes, and then he would turn around and try to ask me to put both of my hands behind my back, and I wouldn't, do it. I would talk to him. I tell him, you can trust me, you don't have to do this, and that would calm him down a little bit.
He had the knife the whole time.
Right.
He's watching the movie, and he becomes very interested in the movie.
Right.
You don't do anything, just sit there.
Sit there and be quiet.
And then he would start conversation with you again.
Yeah, he would say like you have to do this and that. You know, then he told me at a point I was gonna have to kill him, or either he was gonna have to kill me at one point.
Were you and he drinking during this time?
No.
So he wasn't running out, bringing you out and getting beers and coming back?
No, I would have been out the window at that point.
Sure. Did he, when he was fixed, I'm trying to get some words to understand, was he intoxicated?
He had been drinking, but as far as being intoxicated, he was not staggering or anything of that nature.
But you know that some people, when they have too much to drink, change their moods. Was that the kind of mood changes he was having, or a different kind of mood change?
I think this was like more of an inner mood change than an alcoholic mood change.
What kind of mood?
It's like
inner mood?
Yeah, person change, not alcohol change.
What did you think about this guy? What was going through your mind as to who you were sitting next to?
You were man, Tom, what the fuck? How you got away?
Sorry, individual, someone that was very confused at this time.
Now there came a time when you went to the washroom again.
Right, I suggested, yeah, because he had started getting aggressive a little bit again. I suggested to go to the bathroom. He let me stay in there by myself while he stayed outside the door at that time.
And what happened then?
And then I tell her, well, I was contemplating, I was asking God, shall I make my move now? And I was going to just jump out the window. But when I got out, for some reason, I asked, could I have another beer? Yeah.
What did he do?
And he reaches over and guides me over and reaches in and get a beer.
He still got you on the cuff.
Yeah. And then he tells me, I told him I want to sit in the front because it's an air conditioning. And I was just going to try to jump out the window or go for the door or whatever. And because the back bedroom didn't have an air conditioner, only in the front. So I suggested we sit on the couch. I had unbuttoned my shirt to try to make him feel more at ease. And then I just sat on the couch and he just started going out of himself again.
Going out of himself?
Yeah, he was like paying me no attention at that time.
Like he wasn't there?
Yeah, he started with chanting again and was like just sitting there, you know. And then I just, for some reason, I said, well, I need to go to the bathroom again. And he didn't follow me at that point. So I reached up, I got up, and I got hit, and I ran out.
You hit him.
Yeah.
No. Did you have any other belongings there?
I had my bag right there at the end of the couch and sitting exactly the same place that I sit when I went in there.
So when you got up, he let go of your cuff to let you go to the bathroom again?
He didn't even, he just let me stay there. I was going to go for the window. At that point, he didn't even have the cuff. It's like I wasn't even there anymore.
And when you saw that, what'd you do?
I just seized the opportunity. I said, well, at least I'm going to die trying. I'm not just going to sit here.
What'd you do, son?
I hit him and I ran towards the door. And he was right there, tried to grab me, get me back in there.
And what happened?
And I made it outside.
So he wasn't able to bring you back in?
Get me back in there.
He tried.
He tried.
And as you left that apartment, as you got away from him, I'm going to ask you again, what impressions were made on your mind by the conduct of Jeffrey Dahmer, by the actions of Jeffrey Dahmer, by the manner, expressions, and conversations of Jeffrey Dahmer that you observed? Can you give us some words?
It's like I told the policeman that this freak, this crazy guy, was trying to hurt me.
Did you run out of the building?
Yes, I did.
Did you summon help?
Yes.
Milwaukee Police Department?
That's correct.
Did they come back there with you to the apartment?
Right.
Did you eventually go back into the apartment with the Milwaukee police officers?
Yes.
And then he was arrested.
Right.
You gave a statement to the Milwaukee police a few hours later?
Yeah. I guess you could say a few hours, yeah.
That shit, they're heavy. That shit, they're heavy. That shit. And you know what's crazy? That everybody, you know, when somebody telling a story, everybody, I would have just, dog, when a nigga, when your life is in danger, that's some shit you got to get used to. Damn, Mm-mm. Damn. Yeah, that shit. That's hearing that shit. That shit. That kind of, you know what I'm saying. That kind of made the shit different. And that's what I'm saying, dog. We back to the beginning. We back to the beginning with this shit, my nigga. Oh, my nigga. I'm talking about. I gotta talk about it. I have to talk about it. To be a white man is to walk around with fuck. Well, a white man got all that other. They got just as much time as everybody else. Fuck that dumb shit. As a white man, you have the choice. You can get your, if you got tattoos, get the tattoos taken off. Get a certain fucking hairstyle, and you can walk anywhere on the planet and just be invisible and just, get the benefit of the fucking doubt. So I told people, if I'm, I gotta go to Walmart or something like that, and I just don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get in and get out. I will put on a fucking, I got a highlighter vest. I'll put that bitch on, because that's how you, if you don't want to have to deal with, the secret shopper following you around and all the aisle three, all that other bullshit, you gotta look like a nigga. You gotta look like a nigga worker. If you ain't no nigga worker, like, what the fuck are you doing here? It's gonna be some shit. This is the situation where you go in that bitch to get some of that, you come out, it's police cars out that bitch. You know what they out there for. And that's regular life. A nigga got to try his best to blend in. And to be honest, I feel like if you look like a good, you know what I'm saying, black dude, but that's what a good black dude look like, a worker. You got to look domesticated. White man can walk around with his goddamn. Not a threat to nobody. Everybody writes it off like it's all good. When I was listening to Big Homie's story, we got children now. We got kids and shit. And like, it will be easy for a child, an unexperienced child, to make a poor decision on a person, because you're taught from the beginning that the white man is the good guy. This is Superman. This is Jesus. This is every good person you can think of is a white man. There's no reason to fear a white man. A white man is always going to be the one to help you, and he is the authority. And that's how white privilege can go off the rails. We're not going to play the bullshit game. The white man is the hero, period, point blank. We've been indoctrinated with that, and we believe that shit. This is the reason why, even with all of her beliefs and everything, she was even slow to move. The fuck you look like calling the police on Superman? And you don't even understand how deep the indoctrination go until you try to, you know, as evil as these motherfuckers is, it's like, even after you know the crimes that they've done, you still can't see them as a bigger threat than a nigga with tattoos in his face. Man, like, man. Devil, dog. Devil. The dude we just heard, he is the one who got away. He's the one who got away. What about all the, like, all the, you walked into the house thinking that, you know, what can I know who I need to look out for. I need to look out for the pimps, the hustlers, the dealers and all that shit. The gangsters. That's who I need to look out for, not the white man. Mm. Even in the courtroom, he don't have no type of remorse. Like, that's who he is. And they have that. And if you've been around them, and I guess everybody has that, maybe a duality about themselves. But what he spoke about was the white man that is in public and the white man that's inside a house. What we just saw was the most crazed white man in 100 miles can come outside and talk to people in an authoritative. See, folks, once the story told, people look at a story from the back forward. No, this motherfucker was given a whole bunch of respect. That's why he was able to do it for so long. Because there was no suspicion, and it wasn't just from the fucking police. To say that this was just the police was giving him a, no, fuck no. It wasn't just the white people who fucking, hell, fuck no. A nigga couldn't come up to no nigga and tell no nigga, I want to take nude pictures. The only motherfucker you would let come up and talk to you like that would be a fucking white man. Because, well, they do sound though, but he a white man, so shit. Dog, that shit is dangerous as fuck, dog. That's dangerous as fuck. And to not admit that that's what it is would be even more reckless. It wasn't just the white people giving him no fucking white privilege. It was everybody. That's the only way it works. As if it's universal. Everybody gave him white privilege. The boys on the corner, the people in the apartment, the motherfuckers at the liquor store, the taxi driver, the police officer. Where else and how else would a fucking psychopathic, he wasn't crazy enough to just walk down on no niggas with no crazy shit. He knew that he had to get them in a he knew once he had it behind closed doors, he could explain it. Because people would give him a chance to explain. When it's a nigga, there is no when it's a nigga, the guilt comes with the goddamn color. So we gonna go and take you in, and you gonna get your innocence from the inside. Only for the white man can you get you can have court in the streets. Motherfucker don't even want to bring accusations to you. When they bring the accusations to you, they bring it in a polite manner. And this motherfucker is stone cold fucking retarded. So we don't get too crazy. We can't get too crazy with none of that shit, because it is a white man in your life. As much as this white man was in that dude life. He walking around and everything. He don't get treated like no black man. Motherfuckers ain't in his business like that. Lady in the apartment, this motherfucker is in the apartment all the way across the whole fucking building, and she calling the damn front desk on you. She was in the apartment right up under him with fucking sewage coming into her apartment, and she still wouldn't goddamn. Nah, it ain't no. This ain't no Jeffrey Dahmer problem. This is real deal. And I feel like they could have that shit, because the thing about them is these crazy motherfuckers, they don't care. They're not killing because they're racist. They're killing because they need to kill. They need to kill innocent people. So they'll, kill their own. A lot of those situations back in the day, they was putting them murders on black men, slaves and shit. But really, it was the fucking white little boys. I feel like, but like I said, it just don't. A nigga gonna see a nigga like a nigga, man. Real talk. When a nigga be holding up that money and shit, nigga gonna be holding up that money. Yeah, fuck. He don't be talking to no white man. He not flexing on no white man. Niggas hate niggas. Niggas hate niggas. And I'm not saying niggas as in dudes. It's women just. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know why it's on some real cannibal shit. Like, niggas hate each other. Nigga have an issue with a white man, that shit can get resolved. Nigga have a problem with a nigga, now all of a sudden a nigga pride in the situation. Instead of giving him a pass, nah, my pride in this shit, we gotta do this shit. You think I'm a fuck nigga. White man then made you train your white replacement and fired you. You don't even speak loud to him when you don't get your check, your last check when you supposed to. You still move with caution. You just let a nigga borrow $3 to go get a beer from the store. Not 2 hours later, man, where my money at? You gonna bust the damn man head. And that's the problem. Fuck, like we don't. Like I said, we're gonna do what we're gonna do. I think No Negative News November is gonna be heavy. In what we do. but I don't know. I don't have that answer. And I really feel, and this might be me being cowardly, I feel like that's a big ass job trying to get niggas to see niggas as like, if niggas saw niggas like they see white boys and white men, it wouldn't be none of this goddamn nonsense. If niggas saw the white people, like that's who you flex that money on. That's the motherfuckers that don't want to see you have no money. But you trying to shit on a nigga, like, dog, nigga don't even take it personal if a white boy fuck his bitch. The only time where the bitch is fully burnt is if the bitch fuck a nigga. Bitch can go fuck a white boy and it's like, well, that she was just experimenting. Long one, like, what the fuck? And I'm saying this on some nigga, this is me too. This ain't no, dog, this indoctrination is on everybody's head. It's on everybody's head, man. And I'm the focus on it. Like, I know who the enemy is, but I still see a nigga and gotta, you know what I'm saying, gotta make sure. Like I said, I was just telling Ro, we just had some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just stove, man. It's just stove. So that's what that is. I think the worst part about the shit is it's the same Black Lives Matter shit. Like motherfuckers is on shit until something else pop up. So right now it's Jeffrey Dahmer. It's gonna be fucking Harvey Weinstein, whatever the fuck. You know when that shit was concentrated? When R. Kelly really went to prison over a fucking Netflix special or a fucking documentary, that's when it was concentrated that they control our emotions. We've been riding around this bitch, step in the name of love, step in the name. Let me see you do the love slide. Everything was good. Dog. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. But dog, wasn't R. Kelly, did he have braids or was he bald head when that I never saw that video. People said there was a video where you could see him peeing on a little girl. I didn't see that. But did he have braids or was he bald head? Regardless, that shit was back. That was before before he did the Best of Both Worlds with Jay-Z. So that had to be early 2000s. What the fuck? Dog, we was cool with that shit. We was cool. We didn't give a fuck. We was like, nobody gave a fuck. Everybody saw the video, comedians, everybody joking. Dave Chappelle did a skit about it. It was everything was love. But then and we were told, be mad about this. So you look on the TV and you see a protest. Oh, that's bullshit. So whatever come down your feed, that's what you want. Oh, we need to protest because this officer in Milwaukee just shot we need to Harvey Weinstein, he's disgusting. You don't even know what the fuck you doing. When R. Kelly went to prison off of fucking, a motherfucker pushed the button and said, we doing this right now. And it had real waves. Oh shit. We in trouble. Black Lives Matter. Dog, when I saw that these motherfuckers down this bitch taking you seen motherfuckers like, dog, that's the same fucking burning car. These motherfuckers is taking turns, taking pictures on top the fucking burning car. Black power. Shoot it again, shoot it again. Motherfuckers is flying in, not to protest, to take pictures. This is important to people. We need to get over. Oh my God. Yeah, we fucked up. We in a bad spot, man. We in a bad spot. If you don't fuck with it, when they telling you to fuck with it, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my God. This is how you get politics fucked up. You do all that fucking pushing, telling a nigga what to do. So now nigga like, well, you know what? Fuck all that. I'm gonna vote for Trump just because I'm not doing what the fuck they say. You can't see that it's a. You don't even like Trump, but you go, I'm voting for Trump. Niggas went crazy with it. The MAGA hats and everything, just so they could be different. Not because you agree with what the fuck Trump is doing. You can agree with shit on both sides and disagree with shit on both sides. But it's the push. Oh, Black Lives Matter, they scammed everybody. She went and bought a house in a white folk neighborhood. I'm not finna go into that. I'm not even finna go into all that. I'm not finna do all that. I'm not finna do it. Man, shout out to that nigga, D. Anthony Elvis. He ain't say no words straight on the PayPal with that love. Shout out T. Ant. Where my damn thing at? Where's the microphone at? No, what the fuck is my... That bitch probably in the car. But T. That's a little bit, home. I appreciate that. Hold on. I'm looking. Hold on. I see it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm doing it right now. Hold on.
Candio show. She do it. She called the nigga, let him know, you know what I'm saying, I got somebody want to buy a house, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. He tell her the number and shit like that. So, they set the shit up. The nigga pulled the nigga into the hood, not at Granite Spot, but at the next street over. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, we don't know nothing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We just doing our regular shit. We posted in the trap, you know what I'm saying, and we doing us. So, he ended up catching the nigga. He ended up getting the shit in his hand, and goddamn, I guess he pulled the old 1-2 pump fake on him like, oh yeah, this shit right here looks straight, goddamn. Let me go see if my partner want to go half on it, bro. It's right there, right through there. You know what I'm saying? I'll come right back. So the nigga was green enough to let him do it. So he hop out the car, he come through the cut, and he...
I'm gonna get back to it. Hold on. Shout out that nigga Mike, man. Shout out Mike. Love, love, love. But yeah, so it's just crazy. It's just crazy what I mean, like I said, I don't know, man. We're gonna work hard. how many hours we got left? What we got? 16 days. Let me see if I can see it. 16 days, 21 hours, 29 minutes, and 25 seconds. So we getting close to it, but I appreciate everybody. We're gonna continue to work. I'm gonna try to come at y'all as much as I can to keep y'all up on what we doing. Terrell Bay, you ride, my nigga. I'm looking at you going, that nigga ain't bullshit at all. That nigga ain't bullshit, man. Shout out to that nigga, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Colorado Rick, E-Legit, Big Mix, Heisman, shout Marcus, Corn Johnson, Showboat. I feel like whatever we accomplish, I know that we truly accomplished that grassroots, the real way. Even when we start promoting the commercial and shit on the 21st. So on the 20th, if you don't got nothing by the 21st, you need to be hitting me like, where's the post? I need the post so I can post it and shit like that. We going to work and we gonna put it in just like that. But keep your eyes open. If you see a white man, make sure you ask him what he got going on. Don't just assume that he all good. We're gonna stop and we're gonna start that stop and frisk shit with these white men, man, so we can get this shit going. Handle the business. I'll see y'all in a minute. Love, love, love.
Kid one down the track, dog. Fang the stain down. Bishop Blaine. Rest in peace, little Tennessee. Hold up. Yeah. I'm the flame of the city. Yeah. The flame of the city. So we speak the language of the air. I'm the flame of the city. The flame of the city. The flame of the city. Wow. Yeah. Dry tears run down, only I can see them. My smile ain't for real, only my mama see it. A city flame in a third world. Heat on, cause I need to live long in this cold world. Certified style, was a wild child. Burned down the whole town, like whoa now. Set tripping when the X kick in. I'm working hard like a Mexican, and I'd rather be alone right now. But every girl in my phone hold me down. Rock with me, I be on loud. We styrofoam, $200 cologne, like Sweet Jones. Yeah, and when you call on me, I'll be there. It feel good, cause I'm living as the flame of the city. Yeah, I'm the flame of the city. The flame of the city. So we speak the language of the air. I'm the flame of the city. Flame of the city.